Hasan Piker, who is a leftist streamer who is very closely affiliated with the Young Turks, has come out and said that saying the C word, I'll say it one time for you, if you don't know what the C word is, it's a saltine cracker. Calling people of white skin color that word, he doesn't think it's a bad thing. He's been banned for it. Other people recently just got banned for it. Bruce Drop Him Off just got banned for it on Twitch, and he doesn't think it's a bad thing. He doesn't think that you shouldn't be allowed to say that word because obviously, as the socialist and the leftist think, if you make fun of white people, if you're racist towards white people, they have too much power, so it doesn't count. But if you're racist towards anyone else, you should be completely canceled. You shouldn't be able to get a job. You shouldn't be able to do anything. But if you're racist against white people, it's totally fine, And I think I'm shocked that Twitch is even banning people saying that word. I would think that Twitch 100% agrees with them. I think that they do, to be honest. But I think that they have to ban these people or else they will get major backlash. But what the funniest part about all this is everybody is starting to see, other streamers, people who watch Hasan, people are starting to see that this guy is just an absolute idiot. And Asmongold completely demolished his entire argument in less than a minute. It's just so stupid. This clip right here, this isn't even about him saying that the C word should be okay to say on YouTube and on Twitch. This one's even worse. Read the title of this. Hasan on people liking Japan because white people experience xenophobia. Let's check out what Hasan is talking about in this one.
That's why a lot of people love Japan, because like white people get to experience like subtle xenophobia, like a slight racism.
That's why people like Japan? Dude, these people are sick in the head, man. Like, I understand he's probably like half joking, half sarcastic, but he's being serious, dude. Like, let's be real here. He's being serious. He really thinks this. This is what he does all day. This is what people watch. People enjoy. People pay to be a part of this stuff. They just sit on stream all day for like 8 to 12 hours. And they just say stuff like this. Like, going to Japan is fun because white people get to experience racism in Japan.
On the virtue of being white, which is awesome. Like, I personally, like, I've experienced like anti-Muslim sentiment, you know what I mean? Like, my whole life. That shit's normal. But as a white guy, I've never actually had someone be like, oh, fuck you, white man, and it's sick. It's
so funny how he can go back and forth from being oppressed because he has anti-Muslim stuff happen to him, but also he's white at the same time. So when he goes to Japan, he gets to be a victim there too. Like, he just has every single little part of him that could possibly be a victim no matter where he's at. He gets to use something to be oppressed,
fucking awesome. Like, it's cool. It's so awesome. Cool. It's awesome. Don't act like it's not awesome. You're like, what the fuck? This is sick. Racist yakitori place with the Japanese Chick-fil-A? Yeah, especially Americans, to be honest. People of the world know we're stupid, especially the French law. Yeah.
This is what he does, dude. Every single time I watch his stream, he just reads his chat. He'll read a take from his chat that's so idiotic, and he just goes, yeah. He's like, you're reading the chat. He's like, Norway win? Yeah.
Dude, it's fire. It's fire. You can't get in the clubs because they consider us foreigners. It's so cool. I mean, I think it's dope. People get so mad.
I don't even get mad at the fact that people are racist in Japan that often. I'm not in Japan, so I don't care. I just get mad when people make stupid takes like that. And this was the original clip that was posted on Livestream Fails Reddit. Obviously it got taken down because it's trashing Hasan, and you can't trash Hasan. You can't trash one of the golden boys. So let's read some of the replies. Here's what it says: racism in other places, angry face, racism in Japan, hard eyes. And it just doesn't make any sense, dude. These people have no consistency. They have no morals. They don't actually care about anything, man. The racism in Asian countries is like 40, 50 years ago. American racism, it is insane to have this opinion. It's not soft racism or just avoidance or weird looks. Certain places you literally aren't allowed in, or you can't own certain things as a foreign person. Can't own certain things, curious as to what. So he was actually talking about that in this clip. Somebody said it in his chat where you can't go into certain bars because you're a foreigner, because you have a certain skin tone. And this person says right here, or how different light-skinned Asian treat darker-skinned Asian. Wait until he finds out how the Japanese treat black people. It's even worse. And I'm sure he won't be a fan of that. He won't be a fan of that at all. Let's check out Asmongold's response, because this dude, Asmongold, just completely destroys Hasan's argument, his entire argument for and favor of the C word, in less than a minute. And this title says Asmongold on people who want to justify using racist slurs against white people on Twitch. Let's check it out.
They argue you can't be racist against white people because white people have more privilege and power. Well, yeah, but like nobody would say that you're not being racist if you go to Japan and India, where Indian people and Japanese people have all the power, and then you're racist to them, and then Indians or Japanese tell you to get the fuck out.
Yeah, and Hasan himself would say that if you go to Japan and they're racist towards you and you're white, that's awesome, dude. That's totally cool. It's not just okay. It's awesome. It's encouraged. I should go there because I want to experience that. That's a great part of the tourism draw of Japan. And yet if I were to go to Japan and be racist towards one of the natives there, I'm sure Hasan would have a huge problem with that. And he should. It's wrong. It would be wrong, but it's also wrong the other way.
That would immediately be racist. Everybody would agree that's racist.
Yeah.
So if it's built off of a structure of power, then logically you would be able to be racist against people in other countries if they're the majority population. But you can't because it's ridiculous. Again.
Also, at what point, like how much power would like, let's say black people in the United States, do they ever have the opportunity to gain enough power to where we can use racial slurs towards them? Like would Hasan ever say that black people have enough power to where we can use racial slurs towards them, or that white people lose enough power to where we can't use racial slurs towards them anymore either? I'm not saying that I would ever want to. I think that it's ridiculous to use racial slurs at all in any direction. I'm just saying, using Hasan's logic back on him, are black people just not capable of gaining enough power in the United States to where, racial slurs can be used towards them? And are white people not capable of losing enough power to where racial slurs could not be used towards them using his logic? It's ridiculous, dude. If you follow any of these thoughts, any of these ways of thinking to their logical conclusion, they just don't make any sense, dude. Like they just don't hold up.
The only real reason why people want to be able to do it is because they're racist.
Yes.
Just assume that the people that want to use racial slurs with the intended effect of them being used against that race of people in a degrading way, just assume that the reason why they want to do that is because they're racist.
What other explanation could there possibly be for Hasan saying stuff like, if you go to Japan, it's awesome that white people get to experience racism? Like, dude, that's really disgusting. Like, that's disgusting, man. This person says, I just don't use any insult that's based off race. Seems easy, but I guess it's not easy for some people. Yeah, it does seem really easy, doesn't it? It is pretty simple, but that's just because you have the power. That's why it seems simple to you, man. That's because you're privileged. You're really showing your privilege there. Don't use insults based on things a person cannot physically change. Facts. Not just race, but also sex and gender. Those people surround themselves with others who are racist, but their boundaries for what okay are severely skewed. It's self-sustaining, and it's just sad. And they exist in an echo chamber, so saying stuff like that, saying stuff like Hasan said in this clip right here, everybody in the chat's just like, yeah, that I agree. That is awesome. It is awesome to go to Japan and experience racism for white people, for sure. And everybody else who experiences racism there that's not white, it's terrible. I've been saying that for years. 90% of these mental gymnastics only work in the United States. If you take one step outside, suddenly all these identity politics make you look like a moron. We've imported your stupidity. Identity wars too happens when your media and ours are owned by the same parasites. True, it is slowly starting to trickle out into the rest of the world, but it definitely is more of a United States issue. It's definitely a Western country issue. The first world countries are definitely, it's more rampant there because we have the privilege of being able to worry about these really stupid things that other countries just don't have the privilege when they're trying to find out where their next meal is coming from, or how to get clean drinking water, or how to get new shoes that don't have the bottoms falling out of them. We're privileged enough to be able to worry about these types of things and say stuff like, I want to go to Japan so I can experience racism towards white people. It's just ridiculous, man. But let me know what you guys think about Asmongold destroying Hasan's argument. Hasan's just a complete idiot, dude. I would love to see him debate somebody who's actually intelligent for once, because his arguments would just completely fall apart. And we all know that, dude. And everybody who watches him knows that too. He's not an actually intelligent person. He just plays into the left-wing echo chamber and says anti-white, anti-straight male stuff all day, every day, reads his chat and just agrees. But yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the whole situation.